This is County Talk. I'm Eric Schmidt. Thanks for tuning in. On this edition of County Talk, we're going to learn more about an organization here in Washington County that is vitally important to local artists and patrons of the arts. Tualatin Valley Creates has a mission to foster an inclusive, resilient, and creative community by celebrating the local arts, culture, heritage, and humanities throughout the county. Joining us now to tell us more about the programs that Tualatin Valley Creates is currently involved in bringing our county is Leonala Voss. She is TVC's Marketing and Development Manager. Ms. Voss, thank you for joining us on County Talk. We appreciate your being here.
Thank you.
The mission of TVC involves a lot of hands-on activities. I have to think that the pandemic and all of the restrictions surrounding it have made your mission a tad harder over the last year and a half. What has the impact of COVID-19 been on the local arts community?
Yeah. Well, I would say that COVID-19 definitely has thrown everyone for a loop in all industries. With the arts and culture sector, a lot of our events were definitely in person. And that has meant for our organization, TVC, and the whole sector that it was just a year of adaptation and learning how to still work and bring everything online.
You had to be nimble.
Yes, definitely.
And creative, I might add.
Yeah.
Indeed. Have you been able to work around the pandemic restrictions with virtual technology? It's not the same as being there, but it's better than not having any contact at all.
Yeah. So one blessing that did come out of this pandemic was by going virtual, we realized as an organization that we were able to provide more accessibility for our programming and different events that we put on. As you know, Washington County is a very large county. And so people who live in Hillsborough might not always be able to get out to an event in, say, Tualatin. And so by bringing our programming online, we are able to open that up to people who couldn't necessarily travel, or maybe people who had to be at home taking care of their families as well. So in that way, it really was a blessing.
Did you hear from any of your artists about the pandemic's impact on their work? Did they say anything to you about that?
Yeah, we did hear and kind of have seen what's been going on. Some artists definitely have had to scramble to make ends meet and have really relied on the government support and other grants that have gone out supporting our artists during this time. And then there's others who have been able to take this really as like an incubator period and hone in on their craft and really spend time figuring out which direction they want to go in the future. So it's been a mixture of both of those things happening.
Interesting.
But yes, everyone has come out strongly.
I'll bet. Well, you recently sent out a release on a program I think offers a lot of Washington County residents, artists or not, a lot of opportunity. You call it the Arts Pass Membership Program. Tell us what that program involves.
Yeah. So this program has been in the works for the past year, and we just launched on September 20th. The Art Pass membership program supports the creative industry, and as an organization, TVC highlights the businesses that are either in the arts or doing the work supporting the arts, either by displaying work on their walls or by making in-kind donations to different arts organizations. So with the Art Pass, $25 gets you membership for a year, and this gets you access to the perks and discounts at our different partnering businesses. And it's really a full circle program where we help support the businesses help support us, and we provide a space for arts and culture consumers to come together and enjoy the arts.
Did the business community react positively to this? Did you get a lot of businesses involved?
Yeah, so we did get a pretty positive reaction. I think everyone is excited about being able to recover from this, yes, the past couple of years. And this is
Yeah.
definitely a way to do it. For our business partners, this provides both an opportunity to reach out to new customers and also to create a stronger partnership with TVC and a stronger partnership with the arts. And so for that reason, yes, we did have interest. Currently, we have about 10 business partners and we're still in the process of onboarding and recruiting more.
Yeah. Two questions. How do
Sure.
normal people, non-artists, get involved, and how do businesses get involved? Where's the contact point?
Yeah. So for both, all the information is on our website at www.tvcreates.org/artpass.
Next question is that one way TVC brings the arts to young people in Washington County is by bringing local artists with young and aspiring artists together. You've done this in the past with workshops, and you have a teen portfolio review workshop set up in November. Tell us more about your work with younger artists and aspiring artists.
Yeah. So this past year, TVC has really been focusing on expanding our reach to youth and those who are interested in pursuing a long career in the creative industries. We would really like to keep our creative minds within our county and bringing more beauty and artwork to our county. And so for this reason, we offer a lot of different workshops and opportunities for teens. As you mentioned, our upcoming portfolio review is for teens interested in buffing up their portfolio, either for school or just for their own business. And that can be found on our website. We also just launched another program called the Creative Youth Collaborative. It's for people ages 14 to 20, and it's a leadership program where these young creatives come together to create a community program and also get hands on experience with different things like logo design, marketing, program development, and their own work as well to really help launch them off on their futures.
Do you have trouble finding teens involved in this or who want to be
Um,
involved in it?
we are right now recruiting, so I do not actually head these programs.
Ah, okay.
Sorry, I don't know how to answer this question. Let me think about it for a minute.
Out of your
Um,
wheelhouse. That's not a problem. Well, I would
yeah,
imagine, though, that a lot of teenagers who aren't getting this kind of education in school would flock to TVC.
yes. So I definitely have received a few emails throughout just the past few months of people who are asking specifically, where do we find these resources for our teenagers who are interested in pursuing a career in the arts? And yes, so our TVC's program really does answer that question, and we're trying to provide those resources to help those young artists and creatives out.
Yeah. The artists that you bring into these workshops and other events involve a broad spectrum of the arts: illustration, music, performance, photography, and science. They have backgrounds, these artists, second to none by and large. Do you have any trouble convincing these artists to participate in the workshops with the young people?
No, all of our partners are great. They really see the value in being a resource and a guide to our workshop participants and are very happy to lend their talents. We also do provide a stipend to recognize their talents and the time that they take to help guide these workshops. And it's really amazing, the workshop leaders that we do bring on. It ranges from professional graphic designers to artists, public artists, and yeah, people running their own organizations as well. So it's been great.
Have you had any workshops in face mask art?
We haven't, but that would be an interesting idea for sure.
We're going to be
Very
wearing them
timely.
for a while. We might get used to it. As we record this program, TVC will have already held a networking event for emerging artists. That event was set up to provide more information for new artists who want to get involved in local art galleries. Give us an idea of the kind of information that is available at those kinds of events.
Yeah. So this is part of our monthly networking events that happen. The one that you're referring to has happened at the Village Gallery of Arts. And with all of our networking events, we like to really center it around a different discipline every month. So whether it's emerging artists, theater, nonprofit board members, really just to provide a space where people can come together, meet others, and find ways to support their practice. With artists, all artists are really small business owners and are usually quite good at being a jack of all trades. But there are some areas where people are stronger. So, for instance, by attending our networking event, if website design is not necessarily your wheelhouse, you might be able to find somebody who does support that.
Interesting. We've spent some time talking about how TVC connects artists of all experience levels together. Tell us how TVC connects these artists with the community. It's important for those of us with no artistic ability whatsoever to be able to appreciate the work of the artists in the arts community. How do we do it?
Yeah. So TVC has a community calendar where we regularly showcase the local events that are happening in our community. So that's the most direct way where people can get involved, by visiting our website. Another way is TVC advocates for public access to arts in the cities and unincorporated areas. And by being an advocate for public art, we're really able to help bring art and that experience for everyone to enjoy. For example, we worked with the Tigard Heritage Trail, where people often take walks, go down there just to enjoy. And by helping find the public artists to provide works there, we're able to really support public access to the arts for everyone to enjoy.
Fantastic. How can somebody who isn't necessarily an artist but appreciates art get involved with TVC, Tualatin Valley Creates?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so once again, as I mentioned, you can always visit our community calendar. You can follow us on social media. Our hashtag across all platforms is hashtag TV Creates. We also are always looking for volunteers to help us with different projects we have going on the administrative side, and sometimes the different events that we have booths at. You can also donate to TVC, or lastly, you can become an Art Pass member and access those special perks and discounts while becoming a part of our community.
And that's just $25. Is it an annual fee?
Yes, it's $25 for a year-long membership.
I have to ask you, what's your favorite form of art?
Ooh, that's a difficult one. I personally do a lot of photography for my own practice. And yeah, that's probably what I enjoy most doing. But at the same time, like consuming art, I definitely enjoy more of the visual arts. So paintings and photography and collages are my top three.
Are you ever going to have a workshop in community television? I'm just kidding. Anytime you want to come back to TVC TV, let us know. And we're hoping that we can get out and do some work with your galleries and some of your workshops as well in the near future. But Leonala Voss, thank you for joining us from TVC, Tualatin Valley Creates.
Thank you, Eric.
And this has been County Talk. I'm Eric Schmidt. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next time.